Right, so we're on to which metals can be used in metal embossing. So my favorite by far is pewter, and it normally comes on a roll like this. It is soft, and it normally, so you get them in different thicknesses. I normally go for the one that's 0.3 millimeters thick. So if you're in the States, you'll probably work in gauge levels to determine the thickness of the metal. And so that's anything between 36 and 38 gauge. Okay, so that is then suitable for embossing the metal by hand. Right, so pewter, as you can see, is this beautiful, soft, luxurious metal. It is an alloy, which means that it consists of two or more metals. So pewter is mainly tin, but then they add things like bismuth and copper to it to strengthen the metal, but also to make it malleable, okay, and easy to work with. Right, so the next one is aluminium. And if you look at it from a distance, it looks quite similar to the pewter. Let me just get my roll here. So it's also sold on a roll like that. This is not aluminium foil that you use to cover your food. Okay, so that is too thin to use for embossing. If you have a look at it, it is quite stiff and thick, okay? And just because of the cost, I mean, it is so much more affordable than pewter. So I normally advise my students, especially in the beginning, when you're just practicing designs and refining your technique, I advise you to start on aluminium. Okay, it is affordable, and the other thing is, because it's a little bit stiffer, it's not as temperamental and it doesn't scratch as easily as your pewter does. Okay, so brilliant to practice on until you get your technique refined, and then we can move on to pewter. Okay, then we also have some color-coated aluminium foils, which are so much fun to work with. So this is a copper one, copper-coated. This is not actual copper, it is copper-coated aluminium. And then the other thing you get is, I don't know if you can see this gorgeous color, it is a shiny plum. So you get them on little rolls, so you buy them in a little tube like this, and it's normally between 30 and 50 centimeters long, so not a massive amount, but if you only do them for cards or tiny projects, you can actually get quite far with a little roll like this. So you get them in various colors. These are like a bronze, and then you also get colored metal in sheets like this. So it's got the color on the one side and just the normal silver on the other side. So there's a green one, there's a beautiful like a shiny bronze, so also silver on the one side, bronze on the other, and a fabulous pink. So these come in a wide range of different colors, and as I said, when you buy the metal, look for a gauge that is between 36 and 38, so that's roughly 0.3 millimeters thick. So that's perfect for embossing by hand. Okay, so I'll share the link to my shopping page, which have got all these different colored metals in different sized rolls. So depending on how much you want to spend and what you want to play with, there will be some options. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask.